Hello, God bless. This is Daniel Maximoff with another vlog. I do apologize for the long hiatus, but it has been a chaotic month, or should I say chaotic month. Um, anyways, the topic today will be the Canadian truckers, or should I say the Cubanada truckers. Compliments of their Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who is the reincarnation of Fidel Castro, or if not, the long lost son of Fidel Castro that has morphed Canada into a communist Cubanada. Um, anyways, before I get into that, I'm gonna make a biblical. I'm gonna use a movie for biblical ideology. Um, I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Fallen, starring Denzel Washington, where he's fighting an entity that has bested humanity for millennia. I think the unclean spirit is called Azazel, um, and it possesses people through touch. So the demon possesses people, makes them do weird and unthink of things. And then when it gets bored, it leaves the host or kills the host or leaves them to their doom. And I do feel that this is happening in society today at a much larger scale. And I will say that because of the mask mandates and COVID-19 vaccination, that by now we shall all be aware that it's poison, or should I say, it's Satan and juice being injected into you by the government elites who don't represent the people, they represent devils, and they worship and pander to devils in order to keep power and in order to gain even more power. What's going on with the truckers in Canada? Apparently, they're tired. Well, not just them, the people, the elderly, women, people of color, of all nationalities that live in Canada, they're tired of the government betraying them, selling them out to slavery, and basically doing everything that they don't want them to do. In other words, for example, the protest, based on what I have seen, based on what I have heard, is a peaceful protest. So we have people on taking part in peaceful protests getting tear gassed, getting attacked by police, getting their accounts frozen by the government, getting purged from their jobs, from their houses, from their own trucks, getting very basically doxxed by the government itself. And it's very alarming what's going on in Canada, particularly because we're talking about Western civilization here. We're not talking about a communist, like China, or we're not talking about Cuba here, or Venezuela, or in any of those chaotic places that people here, it's like you don't have any rights. You just get pretty much thrown in jail for 100 something years, where you perish, or you just are thrown into a concentration camp and no one hears from you again. Kind of like it this is what we're talking about happening in Canada. Um, we have Justin Trudeau, who is, well, again, they voted for him. Well, allegedly the mainstream media, which, because the media in Canada is just as bad as the media in America, made the way for him to get voted again. Like the people didn't wanted him, but now they're stuck with them. And now we are seeing it unravel, and where like the government is not for the people. They don't work for the people. So they work for, I don't know if you guys are aware, I don't think people are, that they believe that deep state is just America, and that's pretty much it. They're not aware that it branches outside America. I mean, the demonic principalities, to put it nicely, because I don't know if you guys read the book of Daniel. They talk about the Prince of Persia and the Prince of Greece. Okay, the Prince of Canada is who Justin Trabute listens to. The Prince of let's say LA, or the Prince of California, it's the territorial demonic principalities are the ones who control those areas. So which is why primarily why prayers take time, sometimes a year, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, you name it. That's why prayers take a long, long time. And it's because dark unclean spirits or demonic principalities are sent to intersect prayers, and angels sent by God to to answer. Then that Satan sends unclean spirits to intersect them. So this is what's going on in the spiritual realm, if you will. Just in case you guys are not aware, this is what's going on. And of course, Canada is no exception. Canada is very liberal. Canada, based on what I've been seeing, based on what I've been told, it's very liberal. It's, well, I mean, ungodly. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather not get into it because it will be a longer video. And in truth, this is a Pandora's box that they have themselves has opened. Just like America has opened their own Pandora's box, Canada has opened theirs. And this has been going on already since Donald Trump's inauguration, since before Donald Trump's inauguration. It's been going on, and little by little, as I don't know, well, the West has been embracing the doctrines of devils that are, you know, again, but then again, this is like the Tower of Babel, so we're reaching the top side of the Tower of Babel. So I need to just wrap that up in saying that we're in the days of the Towers of Babel. This has been going on since then, and now it's reaching the top side where the people are getting tired, and they're realizing that these people they're not representatives of the people. They're not for open ideas. They're not for peace. They're not for inclusivity. They're not for anything of that. They're for power, and who controls the destiny of this country, who controls the minds of the masses, who controls the financial, prosperity of the country. This is all that matters to them. These are demonic devils, mind you, whose main objective, mind you, is to destroy a person's body and have their soul end up in hell. Their main objective is to get people like a large overfishing, net, and get them straight to hell, which is what they're doing with this COVID-19 fiasco. This has already been prophesied. This has already been established that they're preparing themselves for the Antichrist platform, the unionship of all religions and ideologies, and who's going to be administered by the false prophet working for Satan. So this is all that you're seeing now. It's been prophesied. Don't be surprised. Remember, remember, you know, God is in control. God is in control. No matter what people say, God is in control. And you have to keep Romans 8:31 always, if God is with you, nobody's gonna be against you. Like, who can be against you? So I'm trying to bring I'm trying to bring some hope of a little brain of light in this darkness that you're currently living in. And these, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, KKK, these are all on a legion of unclean spirits, kind of like the one possessed by Azazel in the movie Fallen by Denzel Washington. This is all that they are. Like, they've been getting away with it for many, many years because their objective is to destabilize a society so that people don't know left from right and recreate what happens in the days of Noah. Only they don't want Christ to come back because they know they're going to the second death of. Nobody knows the Bible better than fallen angels and especially Satan. I mean, let's be realistic. They know it's legit. They just want to take the more souls they gather. So allegedly, or should I say, because I don't know, I don't speak, nor I don't get into the mindset of this demonic entities, but I have to assume that they won't accompany the lake of fire. So this is why they're like, you see movies nowadays about going back to the future, like Terminator and etc., to change the future. It doesn't work that way. This has been prophesized. So it's just like humans are afraid of death or don't have time on their hands. I mean, they don't have time is not on the side of humans. It's also not on the side of demons or unclean spirits because they also have to worry about the second death. They also have to worry about the coming of Christ. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from with this? I hope so. I hope so. If you haven't heard this anywhere else, God bless you. You're hearing it now. Like, humans are not the only ones who have to worry about death or the lake of fire or that grim that awaits those who don't listen to the gospel, who don't know Christ, who have turned their back on Christ, who are on the right road. So mind you, they are aware of their fate, and I'm alarming and I'm letting you know that there's a way to escape that fate, which is turn to Christ. Like, get on your knees and cry out to Him. He's near now more than ever, especially when the chaoticness that's going on in Canada is only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. It's going to branch out to other parts of the world, and they're going to inspire other people inspire other governments to do the same thing to their people. And now's where the people are fighting back because it's now or never. Like, it's now or never. You have to fight back for the freedoms that you were given to you, and that you're used to giving away. Because these demonic entities work through consent, and the people give consent. That and God, I don't know if you read the book of Jeremiah. God delivered Israel you know, to Babylon because they sinned against them. So God avenged Himself. So, there's also that. Like, God is in control of everything. Maybe everything works according to His purpose. But you must understand that all this is it's meant to pass, and it's sad how it's unraveling. I'm not used to seeing innocent people get beaten by police, which I'm gonna say, I don't know what's the point of police. I mean, if they're working for the conservative side, they're considered, you know, protectors of our personal liberties or the keepers of order. But on the liberal side, they're the secret police. They beat the innocent. They're they're not tolerant to people burning down like they were with Antifa and the KKK and etc. Because they're expected to be tolerant towards them, but they're not. They're intolerant towards those who are in the side of good. So I don't understand. I mean, I don't really understand the point of police because they don't resolve really anything, and they are in the bad regardless. because you know we see police brutality, and there's people justifying it, and then there's people who are saying that there's just, well, how the media operates on a regular. They take something, they make something good look some make some there's something they make something bad or something good, or they just make the good guys look like bad guys and the bad guys look like good guys, because the mainstream media works for the father of lies, and they never tell the truth. They're liars. They're life ruiners. They're straight from hell. They're the white lie that is right from hell. That's what the mainstream media is. A completely demonic entity with no empathy, no no values, nothing. It's they're a cover-up organization basically. That's all they do. That's all they will ever be. And I'm glad that people are opening their eyes to this propaganda machine, and hopefully they take the initiative in tearing it down, because they are the most wicked deceivers I ever seen in my lifetime, and that's saying a lot. And it's baffling, but to see, well, yeah, it's baffling to see, like, because you're a human. I mean, your human emotions are taking effect for all the injustice going on. But Canada is it's just the first in many that's to come, and it's meant to pass. It's meant to pass. And all I can say is that cling to Christ while He's near, because this is just the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning of sorrows, and many still don't know the truth. Many just think this is a joke, or this is gonna be, oh, this is gonna pass, and let's move along as if it's gonna pass. Like they become complicit in believing that it's gonna be it is at one point it's going to stop, and it's gonna go back to normal like it used to. It's not gonna happen anymore. This is it. This is gonna open the gates to the Book of Revelations. Like, I hope to God that people wake up to the reality of the times they're living in, because I know that technology has, and this COVID-19 and this, like, the veils just drop, and people are seeing. It's like they ate from the forbidden apple, and they're seeing for themselves what's going on in the world. I hope that this turns people to God now more than ever, because you need Him now more than ever. That's the only cope mechanism. That's the only ray of light. That's the salt of the earth. That's the narrow road that's going to lead you to salvation. The hope, the rescue operation, the robe of life is Him. It's Him. And this dark world that is not realizing that they're being told that there's no such thing as right, left, um, right, wrong. There's destabilizing the human race. These are it's no longer left versus right. It's humanity versus demonic entities that are they're taking the initiative and making what's you've been reading the Book of Revelation happen, because they know that their time is short. Time is not on their side. Time is not on their side. In fact, if you read the book of the Holy Bible, if you actually read it, check this out. Like, let me see if I can find it. Wait, allow me 1 second, please. Check it out. Matthew 8:29. And behold, they cried out, "What have you to do with us, O Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time?" And their time is short. Their time is short. And they're aware of it. They're aware of it. and they have many darts. They want to destroy humanity and particularly God's people, because this is the battle that wages on between good and evil. Like, it's the demonic entities versus God's creation, and using God's creation against God. So just like in this battle that you see has been going on since the day in heaven, where they 1/3 of the angels were purged out. This is how it all started. So, and it's gonna be the inclusivity. It's gonna be when we all have the body same as Christ. So I can only imagine what body will those who serve Satan will have. I guess the ones that look like the Scarlet Dragon. I don't know. So this is what's going on in Canada. It's what's going on in Canada right now. It's that the people have had enough. They're voting for the demonic principalities who only worship devils and only pander to devils in order to keep power and gain more power, to brainwash the masses, have the financial stability to keep them poor, and they live like drinking cocktails by the beach side while the cities around them burn. Like, they keep themselves in some kind of force field while their surroundings is a wasteland. And it's only gonna stop until the people rise up and say enough, enough, because it's the people who have the most power. Basically, they give consent. They give consent to the government to to violate their rights. So, just like God has given people the power over demons to tremble over scorpions and spiders, I hope that people have to tremble over these scorpions and spiders, because this is all they are, really. Scorpions and spiders who inject venom. The only way the only way that the venom can be, taken out is, you need to suck the venom out. And this is what these people have been doing to society for such a long time. Like, that I think people have forgotten how to fight for their freedoms. Like, it's these people are just their main objective is power and who controls the destiny of this country, or should I say, who controls the destiny of the world. So, God bless. I hope this helped some of you, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.